Good evening and Assalamualaikum. Thank you for coming. Allow me to introduce myself and our members for discussion today. I am Nursyahidatul Asyiqin in the Office of Project Manager. With me today we have Miss Arinie. Hello, Miss.
Hello and good day to everyone here. I am Noor Arinie, and for today's group discussion, I will point out my point as a marketing officer for online event.
Thank you, Miss Arinie. Next we have Miss Nurul Syamira. Good evening, Miss Syamira.
Good evening, Ms. Ashkin. Hello, I am Shamira as the Finance Officer, and I will be delivering points on financial transactions and procedures regarding online events.
Lastly, we have with us Miss Aqilah from the Technical Department. Welcome, Miss Aqilah.
Thank you, Ms. Ashikin. Hello, everyone. My name is Nurul Aqilah, and I am a technical officer. I am going to contribute my points from a technical perspective for this discussion.
Thank you all. To begin with our discussion today, I did like to bring up a couple of points. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we all know that university programs have been prohibited to be conducted physically. Hence, many programs or events are moving towards online. However, it is not easy to move from physical activity to online, or we can say to virtual activities, as university people who without warning might face problem regarding or during the events is held. So therefore, the purpose of goals of today's discussion is to investigate the drawbacks of conducting online events from many perspectives, as I heard every department encountering various issues on handling these online events. Um, and we want also to find out the goals to determine the best change that we can make in future to produce a better online event. Without wasting any time, let us start with the first item on the agenda, which is the drawbacks of online events. I would like to call upon Miss Arinie to give her opinion about today's topics. Maybe we can hear the problem faced from a marketing perspective first, shall we?
Yes, sure. So, in my point of view, actually, online event are hard to catch students' attention or any audience that want to join the event. A live event with a dedicated event space is that once people are in that space, they will focus about the event. They are watching, they can communicate with other participants. It's mean that they are join the event. So no other stimuli that are pulling away their attention. Besides, people will be more alert about physical or live event because some of the event maybe organized around them, like maybe a faculty event or college event. So the event easily spread among their friends and also easy to persuade them to join the event. Live event or a physical event will have a good opportunity rather than online event to catch student attention during the event or to join the event.
Excuse me, Miss Arini. I would like to ask. Earlier you said that the online events are hard to catch audience attention, right?
Mhm.
What exactly do you mean by that? Could you please explain it further?
Okay. So, let me give you guys an example of what I mean. If people attending virtual event from home or anywhere, they might have other things that are pulling away their attention. Whether maybe their family members call their name to do this and to do that, or maybe a knock at the door, or maybe people that come to their home that might interrupt them. So anyone at home will have this kind of moment where they need to step away from their PC or their computer screen. And um, as human, we want to take a break, right? Like after a long period of time, sitting in front our laptop, we want a break. We want to relaxing our body, and the organizer should consider about this matter, and they should try to think about interesting content or event that will uh, make sure the student come back to the event after they are taking breaks just now. So yeah, I think don't you agree with what I have point about just now, Miss Shamira?
Uh, okay, that is good point, Miss Arnie. I agree with your point. I also have a point I would like to make on the drawbacks of conducting online events from financial issue, which is the insufficient sponsorship from various people and organizations. Usually, a lot of revenue comes from sponsorships that connect the buyers and also the sellers. In universities, students who manage an event need to go through a procedure, a formal procedure when it involves finance transaction. The procedure including preparing a formal letter, preparing a refer letter, um, to make it as an evidence as all the transactions, financial transactions for the event. Hence, it is not always easy to convince other businesses to sponsor a virtual event due to a lack of exposure and immersive attendee experiences. Moreover, the sponsors that are willing to, they may do it, but for a much lower price than a physical event.
Um, that's a good point, Miss Shamira. However, I have a different idea. In my opinion, if the sponsor are willing to sponsor the event but with a much lower price, that does not become an issue since as we all know that online event do not require or it does not even use more expense compared to physical. Am I right?
Okay, you are right, Miss Ashkin. I agree with you on that, but online events still could not offer an excellent amount of revenue. A physical event can deliver a strong option of opportunities that sponsors will pay for to gain a connection with all the attendees. Let me give you an example of what I mean. Attendees will pay for in-depth technical training, especially if it comes with credit towards a certification. For example, an university student who would like to improve their Photoshop skills, they pay for a Photoshop class, and then they get more info, more knowledge on using Photoshop, and then they will also get a certification from that class. So that's how the event's revenue could be increased. As a student in a university, gaining certification in few relevant field will help them build their portfolio.
Thank you for the clear explanation. If I may add something on your previous point about the sponsorship, I have actually, in my perspective, the revenue is critical in ensuring that the event can take place. The issue now with obtaining the sponsorship is ensuring that an event commits to and fulfill the requirements as an exchange. For example, a company a company that sponsor an event in exchange for something useful usually wants to be more well known. However, if the event is not widely publicized, the funds provided will be rendered useless. Many businesses are afraid to provide financial support for online events as it will not have the balance of what we say give and take. Therefore, I think we can conclude that as for marketing and also financial problems, both are very related to each other. Okay, so well, now we already heard from Miss Arinie and also Miss Syamira about their points of view or about problems they encounter. So maybe now, Miss Aqilah, will you like to share with us the issue faced on technical sides?
Yes, I would like to make a few remarks concerning the technical sides of online events. I firmly believe that the most essential element of online event is obviously the internet connection. Bad internet connection is always possible and could happen at any moment of our life. Even maybe now we can have a internet connection, bad internet connection. We cannot completely trust technology to be cooperative all the time because this technology is not inevitable inevitable for having limitation similar to us humans. Earlier why I say it is the most important is because without it we cannot
Tunggu
even go
seketika.
online, and it it require internet connection, hence we are not able to attend the event.
Um, so, can I ask you that what is the further information about limitation of technology, Miss Akila?
Okay, from my previous point of view, I said that this technology has limitations, right? To reinforce this point, there are a few reasons why the internet connection is not at its best. First, it could be probably be due to the misplacement of the router. Did you all know that walls, windows, and floors will lessen the quality of the signal? It is because those are dense materials that will make a dent. If the router is surrounded by those materials, it will result in low signal. And that is why we sometimes cannot even access the internet connection, probably because of that reason. Second, it could be because of the low quality network hardware. We must keep in mind that cheap hardware is equivalent to limited goods. We cannot experience the best internet connection when using the cheap hardware, as the requirements for that are not achieved, as the hardware is lacking in features.
I think Miss Akila has explained her points. If I may say a few words about technical sides, I have an additional point on the privacy and security concerns of virtual events. The security risk is at a higher rate when hosting an online meeting. This is due to the chance of hacking that jeopardize the privacy of matters. These hackers can exploit the information and misuse it to confuse other people and take benefits from them.
Could not agree more with you, Miss Shamira. I recall the viral case that happened regarding the online event security. In certain cases, during the virtual events going on, there is someone who is not even invited to the event to make a big fuss, such as weird noise that could disrupt the entire of the event. This is the major worry because it could jeopardize the event organizer reputation itself. So I think this problem we need to highlight more. So coming back to the main agenda, we have now found out what's the drawbacks of conducting an online events are. Our next agenda is we want to provide the solution regarding the problem mentioned above. Maybe we can hear from Miss Arinie ideas first regarding the problem on marketing side, which is difficulties to catch audience attention. Miss Arinie?
Yes, sure. So in my point, of the improvement that the organizer can do, um, they firstly they should leverage the social media platform. This is because there are a million ways to promote the virtual event through social media. Using social media, they can share pictures or video clips on the Instagram, or maybe they can create a hashtag for the event and spread the words through a mini tweet, or maybe they can use features in Facebook, which is Facebook events. It is free, and it can use to share about their content, and also they can keep track of what they have post. And then to add on, every student will have the university email, right? So organizer can also use that email to promote their virtual event. So uh, it can notify every student in the university. So in an era of social media marketing also, people always forget that email is still exists. Actually, email marketing is something that still effective strategy to be used to promote their virtual event. But by using the email, they can send about their upcoming event or make a new event announcement, and maybe they can share the existing update about the virtual event, or maybe they can do many things using the email.
Your idea regarding using social media is brilliant, Miss Arinie. People nowadays use social media most of the time. I think it is such a waste if they do not promote the event in social media where the majority of people use it.
I would like to suggest improvement we can do in finance that would work well with marketing. Um, Thanks to the current technology, it can be used to a wider extent. Virtual events still can offer similar engagement levels to physical events. My point is that finance officer can work together with the marketing officer to engage branding opportunities by developing immersive virtual event experiences. This is because higher levels of visibility can be delivered through social media. As Miss Aqilah said, everyone use social media most of the time, and then through websites and also other numerous channels. As university students, they absolutely have their hands well on promoting their event to gain any sponsorships attention. This is because the student as the young people absolutely know how to promote well to their friends, colleagues, and others by posting eye-catching information of the event on their social media.
Miss Shamira, can I interrupt?
Right?
Okay, I agree with your point. Beside, organizer also can
I think now Miss Arinie having difficulties on her internet connection.
Yeah.
Maybe we should wait for her first.
mm,
Miss Arinie,
sorry.
can you repeat? Just now you are having the internet connection
Oh, okay. Sorry
problem. Yeah.
about that. Yes, it is a technical issue, as what Miss Akila said just now.
Yes.
Okay, so beside telling people to tell their friend is also a good opportunity in to inform.
She is having the problem again.
Internet connection indeed is the most essential element.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, wait. We should wait for her first to stabilize her internet connection. and then we will continue this discussion. Okay. So I think now Miss Arinie is back with us. Her internet connection also now I think more stable from before. So Miss Arinie, can continue your points.
Okay, so just now, I want to interrupt Miss Syamira that I agree with her point. Beside, telling people to tell their friend is also a good opportunity to inform people or student about the event. This strategy to encourage people to share information about the virtual event, and at the same time it can increase registration of participants. For example, um, when someone sign up to join the event, the organizer can provide links or use other tools, and that people can share that link to their friends, and uh, also by using that it can automatically invite their friends, and furthermore, ask them to use the event social media hashtag that the organizer create before, whenever they talk or post anything related to the event, or maybe the organizer can offer a lucky draw to everyone who gets a certain number of registration. And yeah, I think it's a good idea to get student attention, right?
Yes, I think it's a good idea to get their attention. I think that's why we share the same opinion, Miss Arnie, on how the finance officer can work together with marketing officer to widen the promotion of a virtual event.
As we can see here, Miss Shamira and Miss Arinie share the same opinion. Both agree that leveraging the social media platform not only helps the event become more well known, but it also aids in the financial aspect of securing sponsorship because it can be used to engage in branding opportunities while is marketing the event. So in future, I think both department can work together and figure out what is the best applying solution that can the best solution that could be applied in uh, in events to make it more successfully. Okay, we have already figured out on how to solve the problem with our marketing and also financial department. Now let's concentrate on the technical problems. Do you want to take the lead, Miss Aqilah?
Yes, I would like to. As for the technical sides, technical improvements that we can do is to invest in purchasing new and higher quality network equipment. By doing that, we can acquire the requirements of good internet connection from the network hardware that we just invested in. Having the high quality of network hardware can give access to an improved connection speed, low chances of internet interruption, and being able to connect with multiple devices without decreasing the signal. Therefore, we can have a better experience when we are attending the online events. We can also put more effort in placing the network hardware at a strategic position to avoid lessening the quality of signal. For example, we can mount the router on the wall or place it on the shelf so that it is not at the lowest position. So Miss Arini, you can use one of the suggestion that I just mentioned.
Excuse me for interrupting. Aside from higher quality equipment, I do believe that using a certain platform would make an event run more smoothly. Could you please elaborate further on this matter?
Yes, you are right, Ms. Shamira. It is advised to use a secured, straightforward, and user-friendly system to be the platform of online events. That kind of system gives their user a better user experience, simple and understandable user interface. The purpose of using the system is so that all attendees will not be distracted with confusion. We must bear in mind that the attendees are not participating in the event just to waste their time learning and understanding about the system interface and features. To make matters worse, certain systems provide complicated features and hard to understand interfaces that results in making them unable to participate in the event. Hence, utilizing a simple and easy system will avoid that consequence. I hope that makes you all clear.
Thank you, Miss Akila. It does. I think now we have made it clear on how we can solve the problem on the technical part. It is actually crucial to have a secure platform to make sure that everything is going well, as also make sure to have the quality equipment. Regarding the quality equipment, Miss Akila has said that we need to purchase a new and higher quality equipment in order to make the event run more smoothly. Therefore, maybe financial department can take note on this and include in our upcoming events or kind of budget to buy a new equipment that so that in the future events there will be no more problem like this, because this is actually a very important thing to make a setup of any devices that have a higher quality. I think Miss Arini right now is having her internet problems now. Okay, we should wait for her to come in.
Um, it's okay now.
Okay,
Yes.
you okay now? So, okay, Miss Arini, we just have
Uh,
a few more points to discuss. I hope your internet connection will be stable. A few more. Okay,
hopefully.
okay. Just now I have concluded that for the technical, I mean for the yes, for the technical also, but the financial and the technical need to work together. Okay. Now I think we have seen the solution for the problem mentioned in every perspective. However, I would like to add my one last point. Okay, so in my point of view, to make an event run smoothly, all of the community members must contribute and work together. One solution is to attempt to schedule a meeting at least once a week to check in each team progress. The, Therefore, others will know which part is currently having a problem and maybe can figure out the best way to solve the problems together. For example, the meeting also need to be done before and after the events, because before maybe we can solve the problem that we encounter, and before we can figure out what's kind of problem that we didn't even realize it will be happen, but it's actually happening. Okay, so maybe does anyone have anything to say about my point just now?
I would like to add my point first. I think following Ms. Ashikin's points of scheduling a meeting, I think we also can schedule a few rehearsal sessions to simulate how the virtual event will be conducted on the day. um, because maybe we can proceed by scheduling a meeting and then scheduling a rehearsal and then proceed with meeting again, because in the meeting we could identify existing and possible issues that could happen and make improvements from it. Aside from that, rehearsals could reduce all committee members' nerve-wracking feels, such as their nervousness, their anxiety, and their panic, by improving their handling of a program experience.
Yes, Miss Shamira. And beside, organizer also should choose the right platform to host their virtual event, because there are plenty of platform that offer different features, and some of them might require a lot of student data connection. For example, just now I always disconnect because sometimes Google Meet will take our data so lot because of we use our webcam sometimes. Yeah.
As for me, I do not want to add anything, but I just want to say that I agree with Ms. Ashikin's point of view. The management event team has to gather for a meeting to check on each other's progress and do rehearsal. so that everyone would be clear and understand the flow of the event. Without it, probably it will cause a non-seamless event flow, and then it will take people's time and distract their attention to fully concentrate the event when the event is running.
Yes. I think we have come to the end of our meeting. I would like to sum up before. I would like to sum up the discussion that we have been made so far. For the drawbacks, we find out that it can be concluded into four, which is hard to catch audience attention, which is in the marketing's problems, and then problems on getting the sponsorship, which is in the Miss Shamira points out just now. Also, the limitation of internet networks and technology, and also privacy and security. Therefore, as for the improvement, we do hope that in the future we could apply all the suggestions we have discussed above just now in order to make a better events. We never know when is this pandemic going to end. It's take a really long time. It's already 2 years. So whatever it is, we need to be more prepared for the upcoming. Because when we are well prepared enough, all the issue, hopefully, all the issue can be solved, and there will be no more issue that are kind of ruin our events. So I think that's all for our discussion today. I would like to thank all for your time and ideas to improve our future events. Thank you for a very fruitful discussion. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.